Well, hello, class, and welcome to Marriage and Family Systems from Moody Bible Distance Learning. This is your fearless leader, Professor Jeff, and this is week 4. So on Friday, we will be halfway through the class. Obviously, I am not coming to you from my office, but from my office at school. I am in a 7th grade technology classroom. As you can see behind me, I took their stability balls away because 7th grade boys have a hard time with stability balls. So I had to take them away this afternoon. So, I don't get me wrong, I love this place and I love these kids, and I believe God has placed me here. So I'm very, this brings me great joy. So week 3, we talked about the meaning of sex with Hollinger's book, and now we're going to actually transition into looking at how marriage has been impacted by the Industrial Revolution. That's your first paper. And then also, you're going to be talking about the doctrine of the spheres. You're going to define that and then how it impacts marriage today. So, we're going to be looking at today kind of how marriage has developed in American culture and history, and what are the factors that have influenced it and maybe even still influencing it today. So, you also will be doing your family research paper topic. I posted that on the announcements, and I actually sent that to you in an email. So please choose off of that list. If you would like to choose something not on that list, please send it to me for me to approve. And just a reminder, this is a family research ministry paper. It's not a theology paper. It's not a biology paper. It's not a sociology paper. It's not a theology paper. It is a paper for family ministry. So if you have any more questions, I can answer more about that for you. Real quick today, this is what's been ruminating in my heart. So in one of the other classes that I teach, the students are having to read a book by Zach Eswine called The Imperfect Pastor. And I want to read to you something that Zach wrote. As you enter ministry, you will be tempted to orient your desires toward doing large things in famous ways, as fast and as efficient as you can. But take note, a crossroads waits for you. Jesus is the crossroad. Because almost anything in life that truly matters will require you to do small, mostly overlooked things over a long period of time with Him. The pastoral vocation, because it focuses on helping people cultivate what truly matters, is therefore no exception. And the reason that this book is just, I would highly recommend it. It's called The Imperfect Pastor by Zach Eswine. And it's been kicking me pretty hard. When I graduated seminary at the age of, how old was I? 28, 26? At the age of 26. I came out of seminary and I was going to change the world. I was going to write books and speak at conferences. And do you hear it? Oh, man, at 48, it even hurts me. It hurts me to hear it come out of my mouth. I wanted to be known. I didn't want to make Jesus famous. I wanted to make myself famous. And now I see the foolishness of that. I see how that hurt me and my ministry and my family and even the churches I served. And we are not called to be famous. We are called to be faithful. That's it. And just because you build a huge church doesn't mean you're faithful. It doesn't. And just because you're serving in a little church that no one's ever heard of, it doesn't mean that you aren't loving and serving and doing everything right. We have flipped things on the head. Jesus never sought fame. He never did. He ran away from it. People were always looking for him. His brothers said, hey, why don't you go up to Jerusalem? If you're going to be a rock star, you might as well go show yourself to the people. And Jesus is like, not time yet. He would heal people and say, don't tell anyone. They would look for him, he'd disappear. We have fallen victim to the celebrity pastor culture. And as students in ministry, I beg of you, it's not about that. Don't look past where you are, right where you are. The purpose is in the process. You're in school, you're around people all the time. God has placed you in those people. The people are what matter. The people are what matter, not your platform. So I beg of you to follow the rhythms of Jesus. And many times that's in obscure places with people that are hurting, that you're never going to get credit for, that no one will ever know, but Jesus does. So that's that. So the question of the day, of the week, this week is, if I gave you enough money to buy front row tickets to any band ever, not right now, I mean even people that are gone, any band in the history of music, what artist would you go see on the front row? If you have any prayer requests or comments or questions, let me know. Onward and upwards.